Hey, if it's Tuesday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Good morning, guys. Today we're going to talk about what you see. We're going to play a little game of I Spy with you. Okay? Look at me and look at how I'm dressed. Now, right now it's about 39 degrees. It's been raining for 3 days. It's damp, heavy, not a lot of wind in here, but there is a constant little breeze. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Think about that for just a second. Okay, time's up. For this down and dirty moment, what we want to look at is what we're doing right. Well, I layered. I'm wearing multiple layers. What I'm doing wrong is how I'm wearing those layers is not doing the job I intended. And that's how I could improve a little bit. So let's go over that. First thing is these pants. These are Carhartt work pants. They're good heavy pants, good feel pants. But if you notice, they ain't tucked in. Every time I walk, they're moving. And that's fanning. That's keeping the air turbulated up around my legs and robbing heat. Now, you remember a lot of them old pictures of those old timers and they'd have their boots and the pants stuffed in the top of their boot and cinched up? There was a reason for that. It traps heat. I don't want any air circulation that I can avoid down here in my lower extremities. So I want the clothing loose. I want an inner layer to help hold it, like long johns. And then I want a little bit of dead air space. Notice the dead air space part there. Well, if I've got open pants legs that are fanning with every step, I don't have dead air space. So I need to tuck those in order to trap more air. Next, my upper layer out here. I'm wearing a vest. This is a field shirt is what it is. A Belgium or British, as I recall, is that DPM matter, and it's good in my woods down here. And then underneath that, I'm wearing one of the U.S. Army 5-button sweaters, and then I have another layer underneath that. Now, sweaters and things can be a really good resource. Advantage is when you hold one up to the light, you'll see light through it because it's a relatively tight weave, but it forms space that it's taking up between the bottom and the top surface. There's a space between that, and that's for trapping air. Now, a sweater by itself like this may feel warm at home in relatively dead air. Out here in these conditions, it's not, because every time I fan my arm, I feel the air through those openings. So I'm losing one of the advantages of this material. Now, this outer layer that I'm wearing around my torso and all, it is trapping that warm, but it's not tucked in either, see? And so I'm losing as I'm walking and I'm moving. I'm pumping air in and out. It's not very tight up here. So it may feel warm, but at the same time, it's not that warm. It's not holding the air. It's warm by its action, not by its function. And so I'm coming out to do a walk, a little bitty scout that I'm doing. I'm not hunting. I'm just out here scouting some land for a friend of mine. But the question is, if I was going to be staying out here, would I be okay with this setup? With the temperature going to drop down to probably 28 or 29 tonight? No. I'd have to have a good fire. I'd have to build me a pretty good substantial shelter and all, because this is not, when I'm stationary, going to hold heat. I need to tuck in my pants. I need to tuck in my shirt. I need to pull this up tighter around my neck. These big shoulder openings, which are good for walking and unencumbered, would not be a good idea for that. The vest is not a good idea. It's a good idea as an inner layer if I was carrying another jacket, but it is not a good idea as a standalone like this. My warm, well, it's wool. I should be warm. It's wool full of holes. I need that outer layer to trap it. I'm losing a lot of heat around my neck right here. And so on cold, wet, breezy conditions, this is adequate for activity. This is inadequate for stationary. And I need another layer to go over this. I need to adapt this. I need to tuck these pants in. I need to tuck this shirt in. I need an outer layer to go around and seal up around my neck, seal up around my cuffs, seal up around this in order to trap this heat loss. I'm losing way too much heat right now, which is fine because I'm only on a short scalp. But you have to dial your clothing in to the situation. So, in conclusion of today's Down and Dirty, take the activity that's planned, plan your clothing accordingly. Don't get trapped in the idea I have to wear this or I have to wear that. Look at the conditions, be situationally aware, and adapt your clothing to it. Now this, what I'm wearing, is perfectly adequate for what I'm doing. If I was carrying my ruck and I had my rolled up field jacket or some other outer layer with this, I'd be all right. What if I get injured out here and I have to stay stationary? I need to be able to put on another layer. I don't have a rain layer right now. It's been raining for 3 days. It's just not raining right now. It may go back to raining any time, and I would be wet, and then this would be wholly inadequate. So those are the things I should be planning for. I should have me a rucksack. I should have me an outer layer, preferably a waterproof outer layer, and some light shelter that I can throw up just to get me out of the rain. That's what we're looking for. Kudos to those that spotted right off. Blackie's not dressed properly for these conditions. And I hope this gives you some ideas, guys. We'll play a little bit more of this later on. We'll play, can you guess what's wrong with Blackie? Hopefully you'll like it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.